What is poppin', everybody? Happy Friday, man. Listen, if you in the Kansas City area or if you anywhere in Missouri, you know what's about to happen. Stormageddon. But before Stormageddon hits, we got some things we want to talk about. We're going to talk about this documentary that came out. We're also going to talk about a part two of the Corey Holcomb and Mr. Anton Daniels. And we're going to take lefts. We're going to do all these extras. And then we're going to talk about Mr. Tenderism. And then we're going to do some more lefts. We're going to do a lot of things tonight. And as always, take care of yourself and others. And before I get off, what happened to the name Bernadette? We should use that name again. But let's get to the show. It's the We Talk We Live. Boom.
We live, baby. We live.
I am the host of this show. You know what this is. I am Lily. I am with my co-host, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles. I say this all the time, but I'm going to continue to say this. Without her, it would not be no me. Y'all would not know me. So I got to give a round of applause and a big shout out to my cousin, Lindsay.
Hey, how you doing?
All day. I'm good. And a big shout out to my cuz on this show. Listen, I love when she comes on. She commentates how she wants to commentate. She don't pull no punches. She's probably one of the realest people you're going to see on the interwebs, and that's why I love her. Give a round of applause and a big shout out to my cousin, the youngest in this bunch. But she has a lot of wisdom. So give it up for Ashley.
Hey.
What up, y'all? What up?
Yeah, Ashley's been
here.
Man. And again,
she's definitely been here before.
You can find us on all social media, all of the interwebs. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Big shout out to Twitch and TikTok. We're on TikTok live right now. I ain't got no views, man. I don't think people watch me because I be drinking and smoking, but I know they watch Lindsay. Tell those people to come over and like me as well.
All right. Definitely got to share the love. DJ D Jordan 100 is watching. He says, "What up, though?"
What up?
Yo.
Dollar Tree Rico Strong. What's the deal?
Not Rico, Lord. Okay. Yeah.
I told him, listen. You know, I'll be keeping it a bean with everybody.
Yeah.
I met DJ for the first time for many years because me and DJ has been interacting with each other for years. I met him, and when I met him, one thing I realized is like, dude, we the same height. Like, listen, shout out to the Short Kings. But second thing I realized is you really do look like Rico Strong, man. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna shoot myself in the face for that because why do I even know what these niggas look like? This tells you I do too much.
He said, "No, we not," and then he said, "Hell no," nah. Which is funny because he looks like everybody. Because the first time I met him, I thought he looked like Bumper Thompson. You know who that is? The actor. Yeah. And then when I met him in person, I was like, he looks like Easy
I'm not gonna give him
This nigga look like everybody.
I'm not giving him Easy. But I will give him Rico Strong. I'm gonna give him that all day. And we are the same height, nigga. You are not like no, nigga. I wear Jordan 1s, you wear fucking construction boots, nigga. If we take our shoes off, we're the same goddamn height.
He said he look like him. Shit.
Right. He said, man, I look like me, damn it. He said it's all love.
It's all love, man. I'm talking about it's all love for real, for real.
And he said I had on Air Force One.
So you had at least 3 motherfucking inches of soul. But shout out, hey, listen. When I say this a good dude, this a good dude, man. It's like he just he was like, hey man, hey, take this. And I'm not one of them people that I'm never gonna deny free shit. This nigga gave me relish, like ketchup. Like I had like ham sandwiches for a week. Like this nigga, I'm never gonna deny anything.
He said it's all good, bro. I ain't 6 foot though. That felt like shade towards me.
Listen. The reason why I like you, DJ, is because me and you on the same plane. We don't mind climbing trees.
Oh God! All right. Pause for real. And then he says, "I ain't Diddy." So yes, DJ is in the building. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
I like that pause.
Because I just looked at the first thing on the docket and I was just like, ugh. All right. So the main reason why Ashley is here. The Fat Tone documentary premiered on Martin Luther King holiday. And yeah, the documentary was not documentary. I'm sorry. If anybody needs a little crash course in who we're referring to, Fat Tone is a rapper that was born and raised out of Kansas City. And some people call him local, some people call him underground. But he was very popular. That the Bay Area in Kansas City is kind of like sister cities. And they had a lot of love for us. We had a lot of love for them. We would go back and forth. Been doing that for decades, right? And so Fat Tone was he was very popular in the town. He was very popular in the Bay as well. But
don't say was, because like that's
still is. He still is, yeah. Which is wild because he's been dead for 20 years now. And he is still pretty popular.
Yeah.
I saw a video probably like a month or so ago of these like early 20-year-olds in Oklahoma getting their entire life to stack $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they knew every word.
What?
I say I'm going to jail. Like, so like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna go to jail. I'm like, so
right.
No, hey man,
right.
This shit is funny.
Yeah,
man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah. So DJ said I done became a whole topic. LOL. Yeah, kind of, sort of. But yeah. So Fat Tone. Unfortunately, he was murdered in Las Vegas. It pretty much sounded like a setup. That they told him to come out there for a show, and he did. And the person that is in jail currently for his murder. It was a rapper as well. His name is Mac Minister. Um,
Mhm.
Now to back up just a tad, Mac Dre. Everybody knows Mac Dre. Unfortunately, he was murdered in Kansas City in 2004. And then there was a whole lot of scuttlebutt about Fat
Scuttlebutt.
Tone. Yeah, about Fat Tone being the one that did it. His murder, unfortunately, is still unsolved to this day. But there was a lot of scuttlebutt about him doing it. So for him to have went out to the West Coast, I wouldn't have done it. But you know, unfortunately, it is what it is. Now, from what I understand, in real life, he really didn't do it.
No.
But what I also understand was that there was like songs where he insinuated that he did, and I don't know if it was a rumor or real life or what have you, but that had been the rumor for the longest.
So it was a rumor.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm saying. And I ain't even gonna say it's a rumor. It was I would say it was a blatant lie because Fat Tone was coming out with mixtape after mixtape. He also was coming out with albums. Um, I never heard um the track.
You
That's why we
haven't
have
heard?
Ashley here. Ashley is a big Fat Tone
Oh,
fan, but she's
I
MG.
also a big Mac Dre fan. So
Yeah,
go ahead
I
on,
never
girl.
heard the track, and I was buying
Yep.
Fat Tone music. I never heard the track where he said he hit the hit the Thiz van.
It's definitely a song for
That's a
sure.
song.
He definitely made a
Can you
song. Most
do you
definitely.
still have that music? Because
If I find it, I will definitely let you know. But I know I for sure heard it myself. For
okay,
sure.
so
For sure.
because I was always one of those people because at that time in life I was a rapper as well, and I used to tell people, man, um you can't take certain things that people say in the context, and I understand um how people felt about Fat Tone, but I always said, man, people say things um just to big up their city, like um because big shout out to my man Big Ham, another underground Kansas City rapper. um he um he said some shit on a track that I was with him or him on, where he had said, um how um they'll FedEx your body home like they did the homie Tone. God bless the dead, but nigga, that's the type of shit we on. Like, that ain't what happened for real. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Like
What you
you
mean that
just
ain't what happened for real?
like
What that
because
they didn't?
FedEx
Okay,
didn't
they
send your
didn't
body home.
FedEx them home. Maybe they put them
Like,
on UPS. I don't. Well,
so, but that's what I was trying to tell people. Like, no, I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe that Fat Tone did it. I think Fat Tone was just saying like this is how the city get down for real, and people took that in a different way just because of how Fat Tone was. And
but
and when
this
I
is the
say Fat
thing, though.
Tone, I really mean how Fat Tone was the persona of the rapper, not that
Not
dude for
Anthony.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is the thing, though. Um, because I remember from way back then when Ashley was buying the albums and stuff, like there was like a big controversy because he was saying stuff in his music that would make people, and he knew what he was doing. It would make people think that he had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he said something like "I killed the Thiz man" or something like that. Like, why would you say something like that?
So
Like,
I
I get
never
it's
heard that
controversy,
track.
it gets the people
That's
going.
my thing. I never
I
heard that track.
promise, cause that rap is out there. And you know what? I tried to look for it the other day. Like I just did a little search on the internet or whatever, but I could not find it. It wasn't coming up. I'm a look again, but I don't know if they try to take it off the map or
I think
what.
they try to
But
take it off the thing
I
because what they're
guarantee
trying to
you, I've
say
heard
on
it a
that
few
documentary,
times.
what they're saying on the documentary, they talking like the shit didn't exist, and I'm like, no, that it had to have existed because, excuse me, it's too many people that heard it.
Exactly. And
And
I
now
heard it
they trying to,
myself.
yeah, and now they trying to say he didn't say it. They trying to say that the shit didn't exist. I don't believe that he did it,
Right.
but
I just know
I
he
believe
wasn't.
that he was saying that he was
Yeah.
rapping that shit.
Yeah.
And because we were saying it back then, why would you say that? We didn't believe that he did it back then, but we was in the same breath saying, why would you do
Right.
that?
Because I couldn't believe
Because
it
it
when
was too
I'm
much.
like,
It was
this
too
nigga, what
many
the
people.
fuck?
It was too many people that absolutely loved Mac Dre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was painful that he died in Kansas City because Kansas City
Mhm.
loved him like he was Tech 9. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
in some circles, probably more than Tech 9. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it was like,
At that
why
time,
would
yeah.
you say that?
At that
Yes,
time, I won't even
yes,
lie. Like, yeah, he was loved way more than Tech 9. At that
yeah.
time, yeah.
That at that time, right?
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would?
And
And that
he
was and
had
that was
me
back when
thinking
Tech
he
Nine
did
still
it.
had a black
Shit.
audience. You know what I mean? So it was like, why would you say that?
He had me thinking he did it. Like I thought the nigga did it because he said that shit in the song. And then you hear the stories later that he really didn't do it. But I'm like, shit, I heard this shit a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The song, I heard the song a long time ago, and I've heard it since then too.
yeah.
But back then when I first heard it, I'm like, damn, this nigga really fucking did the shit. You know what I mean?
I remember that back then because I remember when you bought Fat Tom's album, and I remember you being conflicted by listening to it because of your love for Mac Dre. I
Mhm.
remember that shit.
So,
Like,
and
yeah,
that's what's so crazy. This is why I truly believe, and I can't say it about anything else. But in Kansas City, we're in the Mandela effect because on one end, I never heard that track. I've never heard it, but that's just me. And the same end, we got Ashley that says, I heard that track. Flat the fuck out. I heard that track.
Absolutely.
yeah,
I never heard it. And then me being in that scene back then, and I wasn't major. Like I was just trying to be up and coming. So I was around certain people, but wasn't around a bunch of people. But I never heard that track. And so I was I was one of the people that was like, I don't know, I ain't I ain't heard that. So like I was always defending I ain't never heard that track. At the same time, I did jump on the bandwagon of um Fat Tone was always one of those niggas that bring controversy. Like that was one thing about the documentary that I was like, I understood because Fat Tone was one of those dudes. And rest in peace to Fat Tone when I'm saying this, but Fat Tone was one of those dudes that would kick shit off just
Mhm.
because he knew that was gonna get him somewhere.
Exactly.
He wasn't trying to be on no extra, but he was always extra, if that makes sense to you.
yeah,
And again, I don't know that man per se. Like I ain't never gonna say me and that man sit down and had conversations or anything like that. But I have been around when I've watched him put batteries in niggas' backs just for shits and giggles.
yeah.
And even on the documentary with his cousin, uncle, whatever, whoever that was, what he was saying, he like, look, he kept saying like, Fat Tone was the motherfucking firecracker shit. He like he kept making that point, like, look, he was
It's just
dead
what it is. I
first.
listen. I have a story about Fat Tone, um, and that's when and I can't remember the name of this club, but it was a young club. This is when everybody was up and coming and trying to be rappers. It was a club in Raytown that everybody used to go to, and he had a spot out there with Marlo Boss. At the time, we just called him Boss. Um, and I was helping him sell tickets because he had a group called the Armed Assailants. Um, I sold tickets. I was there, and when Fat Tone showed up, again, it was like everybody was waiting for Fat Tone to show up, and he was acting like he was the headliner. Now, again, Boss is the at the time my dude Nyland. So anybody on the interwebs will not know or will not say I'm lying about this. Nyland's the one that gave me tickets. Nyland was one of the runners of armed assailants. Um, he gave me the tickets. I sold the tickets. Fat Tone's right there. I'm trying to get in. He's talking. I'm trying to push past him. Fat Tone pushes me. And I'm just like, damn, like this is the type of time this nigga on because he just wants to put his presence out there. And I'm like, I ain't about to cause no trouble right here. I'm just, I swear to God, I put this on my fucking son right now. He pushed me, I played it off, slid past his hands, and just like you know how, almost like a volleyball foul. Like, oh no, we good. Because I was like, we not about to be on no extra. Because I knew what them niggas was doing. Again, I knew that nigga Boss, and I knew that nigga Nyland, and I wasn't about to be on no extra at that time. But that right there, I always tell that story because that's the story that shows like this nigga was always on some. I don't never believe he was a bully because I seen him outside of that, but he wanted to his persona. He wanted to be a bully. Now, outside of that persona of being a bully, Fat Tone wouldn't even let his window down when he rolled up on niggas because he didn't want niggas to like see who it was. And I don't know if because he got shot or he was trying to watch who was around, but like Fat Tone wasn't a person that everybody acts like, and that's no downplay to Fat Tone. 100%. I'm not downplaying Fat Tone. I like Fat Tone, so I'm never gonna downplay him. I'm just saying what the world or excuse me, the world. Fuck that. What the world says about Fat Tone, that wasn't that wasn't the character he was on. That nigga was in the house. That nigga wouldn't do it. Like he did some shit. Let's just keep it 100. He did some shit. But we've all did some shit. But he wasn't outside like people thought he was outside for real.
Well, shit, he'll get outside every now and then because his ass was at the fucking park just like us. Because I met his ass at the park out there kicking in and shit. And that's where I met his ass. So he was out there doing that type of shit with us.
Yeah, that's before that shit went down. Like when I say outside like that, I'm saying he wouldn't really trying to make himself a target, if that makes sense. Because he knew he had already stepped on too many toes. He wasn't trying to make himself a target like that.
Yeah, which they talked about in the documentary. That motherfuckers was really on his head because he was really out here ganking motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Like and so that's when a couple of people I knew that still had ties with him was rocking with him, but he wouldn't be out like that because he knew he had a toy, but he knew his music was gonna like
it was like he's kind of like riding the fence because he need to be out inside because he really out here doing some shit that'll get you killed, but in the same breath he's getting popular with his music and people want to see him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, he was a character, you know. But bringing it back to the documentary, now leading up to the documentary, there are other documentaries that are on YouTube that talk about him, about the murder, about stuff like that. But this one was produced by a person that it says that they're his family member.
Yeah.
And by a producer that's very known in the town, been doing the things for decades. He was Tech Nine's early producer back in the day. And So that's Chuck Littlejohn and
And
Don
Don
Juan.
Juan.
And so these two people, was like, hey, we're gonna tell the real story, gonna tell the truth about Fat Tone, right? They went to Big Court, and Big Court has a network called the OG Network. Him and Ice T um, are partners with this network. This network has a lot of programming on it. They go from movies to shows to podcasts, all kinds of stuff that's on this app. Um, so I would suggest everybody go, download the OG network because it does have some good stuff on there.
It does.
However, on Martin Luther King holiday, I decided that for the couple of hours I was awake, that I was gonna watch this hour and a half documentary about Fat Tone. And it was bad. I'm not even gonna hold you. This shit reminded me of when I was an undergrad at UMKC getting my film degree. And we had good undergrad films. But it was like no budget. What's a budget? Oh, money? Well, I ain't got none. You got some? Well, I ain't got none either. So we just gonna film this shit on my phone. We're not even gonna buy a mic. Mics are not expensive. Just to remind everybody, we do have something called Amazon that you can get a mic for very next to nothing. You can get a mic for less than a tank of gas. But they said, fuck that. We're not gonna buy no mic.
Some
We
mics
just
aren't compatible. I bought a mic that wasn't compatible to my. That's no here, no there.
no here, no there. Because there's mics for everybody. There are mics for everyone. So if one is not compatible, you know what you can do? Get another mic.
And you don't want to spend the money. I'm just cheap. I'm cheap.
But I'm saying though, if this is your family member, like you claim, man, like I saw nobody's ancestry DNA, but I'm gonna go with what you're saying. This is your family member. You will want to put out some top-notch quality. Nobody, you can tell there was nobody that directed it. There was nobody that produced it. There was no pre-interview or nothing. If you said that you knew him, hey, can you come over here and sit right here? We gonna put you in the squeakiest chair possible. There's no mic. There's no post production. Well, there's hardly any post production. They did a little bit of post production, but we're not gonna interview you, so we're not gonna fact check, so we don't know if the shit is the truth or not. We're not gonna do no pre-interview. You're not gonna have no time to get your thoughts together or nothing. We're just gonna press record and you're talk. Like, we're not going to edit you. We're not going to make a conjunction with anybody else. We're not even going to put it together with another person that was there the same time you were there and y'all both witnessed this story. We're not even going to put that shit together. We're going to do your interview, and then 20 minutes later, we're going to interview that person, and y'all going to tell the same story, and it's not going to make sense. Nothing was in chronological order. Yeah,
I
and
won't say that.
then
I won't say that.
nothing was in chronological order. You're not saying it. You're right. You're not saying it.
Yeah.
So so yeah. And then the last 30, 40 minutes was a Tech Nine interview. And that sounded like it was backstage of a concert at the merch table, or maybe at a festival at the merch table, or an expo. Maybe it was at a tattoo convention. I don't know, but it was somewhere where a lot of people were. You heard every single person in the room. Merch everywhere, and Tech Nine's just talking, and they letting them talk. Now I get it. Tech Nine is probably like the biggest name connected to this documentary. So it was probably a pleasure and honor to get him to spend a little bit of his time to, indulge your little high school project. Like,
Okay, because I'm gonna stop you right there.
okay.
And the only reason why
You
I'm gonna
know, you
stop
could have
you,
stopped me when I started lying.
no.
No, but you want to stop me when I'm telling the truth. But all right.
No, no. I'm gonna stop you right there,
All right.
and I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, um, did the documentary have flaws? Yes. Um, is the person that made the documentary or the two people that made the documentary, um, could they do better? Of course. Um, I will give you that, but we're we got to understand that the OG network is trying to do what Tubi did. And
Mm-hmm.
so they're gonna put these low budget. And when I say low budget, I don't know what they spent. But when I say low budget, I mean they're gonna put low budget projects out to get views. That's what the OG network is
I'm
built.
not coming, but I haven't said anything about the network outside of go watch, go support. I'm not coming down on the network at all, and I do
I
want
know
that
that.
to be
I know that.
abundantly clear. But hold on, because there was some controversy behind that, because this was the week that it premiered or whatever, and they were promoting it heavy as they should. The OG Network is just a distributor. They came to court with this project, and of course, he put it on the network. It's gonna get the views regardless on if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Fat Tone. But I do want it to be abundantly clear that the OG network doesn't have anything to do with the production
Yeah.
of this documentary. So I'm not coming down on the OG network at all. I'm actually saying the opposite. Go support it. I already had the app on my TV and watching it before I knew anything about this documentary coming out. So I already was here supporting it. You know what I'm saying? So that should go without saying. Unfortunately, we have to say it because things were getting misconstrued over the internet because a lot of people, and I mean, it's one thing to hear it from me because yeah, I did go to school for it, but it's another thing when all you are is a viewer and you're saying it's trash. So it's a lot of us that was just like, this ain't it. But
Yeah.
people was taking it personal
Excuse me.
and thinking that we were coming for the app, and we're not. And we had to say that several times. And then yes, they are taking the model from Tubi, you know what I'm saying, and taking it to the next level or whatever. And it's the same thing with Tubi. Like Tubi's not putting, well, they do have original programming, but when we found out about Tubi didn't have original programming, and we knew them for the low budget movies. Prior to Tubi, we knew Prime for those type of movies. So it's like it's not the distributor's fault. You know what I'm saying? So I do want that to be crystal clear that I'm not coming down on the OG network at all whatsoever. You know. Um, but it is what it is. We have Rhyntime 816 food and gaming watching. He says, I love Tubi. Hey, me too. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's
I'll
knocking
sit up
Tubi.
and
I
watch.
love Tubi.
Yeah, I'll sit up and watch a Tubi movie. Like, no problem. They're funny to
Anytime,
me.
anytime I see a movie that comes out of Memphis, I immediately watch it.
Detroit.
Detroit, I immediately watch
That's
it.
a subgenre. The Detroit hood movies is a subgenre in itself. You know what I'm saying? You can Google that Detroit hood movies, and a bunch of shit will come up.
Yeah,
So
Detroit
yeah.
and Memphis. Now Detroit, they put a little bit more production in their stuff, but Memphis will film a movie in the same cul-de-sac, but just jump in different houses,
Right.
and they'll drive around the block 3 times,
Right.
and that movie is gonna be a classic.
And you know why you know that? You know why you know that house at the end of the cul-de-sac? Because that's the fucking house that little Junebug got murdered in, and they had him on the first 48. Because you know the first 48 was all through fucking Memphis. So,
My nigga. My nigga,
yes,
you gotta love it.
right.
So I will say this. Don Juan, shout out to Don Juan, shout out to Chuck Lil John. A lot of people don't understand that these are two staples. Um, um, for our opinion, should have been better. Hell yeah, it should have been 100% better. Um, but we don't know nobody's budget, and we don't know what it is.
There was no
but,
budget.
But for the fact that it was put out, I have to respect that. It deserves a watch. Would I tell anybody that turn around and be like, oh no, this is a documentary that like you can watch over and over again, or you could recommend to people? I won't say that. And the reason why I won't say that is because when I watch documentaries, I want the whole meat and potatoes about things. I'm not gonna shoot them down, but I want to dive more into if they were gonna do a documentary, dive into actual Lil Fat Tone or Lil Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Before they tried to start it, but they started it with him being a juvenile. Like
Yes. It's
from
like what?
start from the gate.
He's already Fat Tone when he's in juvie.
Yeah, like
You know
let's
what I'm
start from the
saying?
gate. Let's start from
It was
because
like
we
it
gotta
didn't make any
humanize
sense.
people.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The shit was not in order. How the fuck do you start in juvie? How do you start in juvie? And then you got another nigga like an hour into the fucking documentary talking about, oh shoot, these people ain't gonna know, but this is how he got the name Fat Tone. Two white girls out there in Ruskin area gave him the name Fat Tone. It was two Anthonys. It was two Tones. Okay. Two white girls named him Fat Tone. Great. Why are we starting at? Why the fuck are we starting at juvie and he's already Fat Tone? And an hour later, we found out how he got the name Fat Tone. Like that shit don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so and that's the thing. So and this is why I love me being me. To be there, you have to be there. You know how people say all the time, like, because I remember that time. Because at that time, Tone Capone and Fat Tone being in the same group, that was a thing. At least in my hood growing up.
Yeah, it's in everybody's hood. You know what I'm saying? That you got more than one person with the name. Hell, it's everywhere. Period. Because when I was in school with the white kids in Raytown, it was several Lindsays. Guess which one I was? The black one.
The black one.
Yeah. So I mean, it's everywhere. Like I get it. It's no slight to how he got the name. That totally makes sense. My slight is tell the story in order. Tell the story so it can make sense. If you had somebody that was producing it, if you had somebody that was directing it, if you did any pre-interviews, if you actually did post-production and put and plugged in the story to where the story made sense, then we would not be here trashing it. But we got nothing out of it. Like I learned nothing. I don't know that man. You know what I'm saying? I was not a fan. That's because I didn't really listen to local rap. You know, like if I heard it, I would bop to it, but it wasn't like I was out here like, oh, I gotta listen to Fat Tone. No, I didn't listen to local rap.
Yeah, so, you was too busy like being on some what?
It's 1999.
I was about to say, like, you was too busy, like, thinking about back in the day when a nigga, like, you was on that type of shit.
I was on that. So, yeah, so I didn't really, outside of Tech 9, I didn't really listen to local rap like that. So, I don't know too much of nothing. But what I did know was that my sister was a big fan. So, I was like, Ashley, you got to watch this damn documentary. So, being that Ashley did watch the documentary and she is gracing us with her presence tonight, what were your thoughts when you watched it?
Yeah, I was not happy with the outcome. It was just like a too much different talking everywhere. Like they probably show one or two videos,
Oh,
you know,
that's
like
another thing.
if they
And
would
we
have.
had these stupid ass AI generated straight trash reenactments. That was some bullshit too. And it probably wasn't even AI. I know, no, you know how I love AI. I'm not even about to do that to AI,
What you think
right? Because it wasn't even AI. It was some Oregon Trail level type illustration on them motherfucking reenactments. But
Well,
sorry for
I'm talking
interrupting.
about the actual like videos that they show, like the real life
Oh yeah,
videos.
yeah, yeah. But I was talking about them reenactments because they did a reenactment when he got shot.
Hmm.
It was a cartoon, and it was bad.
Um,
Yeah.
It was bad. But I digress. Continue, Ashley. I apologize.
but no, yeah. I just feel like it was too much jumping around in different stories and just talking, just a whole bunch of talking. Like about pretty much nothing. Like, the and then they had the chick on there. She barely had anything to really talk about. She couldn't really remember when she met him barely, and she had probably one story, and she's like, "Yeah, but that's my brother," or whatever. Like, it was just crazy. Like,
Yeah,
I was very disappointed. It should have been more. First of all, it got to be more like personal videos and stuff like that they could have put together, and it just should have been more organized for real. And
yeah.
yeah, it was terrible. And then like the like when they was doing the Tech 9 interview, it seemed like Tech 9 kind of like they started talking about different stuff. It seemed like Tech 9 kind of had to keep kind of bringing it back to the
Fat
fat
Tony.
tone.
Yeah,
Yeah, like what, y'all
yeah.
getting off track and shit. Like what the
Right,
hell? This shit
right.
is crazy.
That's another thing too, because in the Tech 9 interview, because that's basically what it was a Tech 9 interview. But
Mm-hmm.
in the Tech 9 interview, he brings up when he opened up for SIBO. Now that's when me and you saw him the first time in person. I remember that wholeheartedly. And Fat Tone wasn't there. Why are we talking about this?
Right.
Like Fat Tone wasn't on the roster for the damn
Mm-hmm.
concert.
Yeah.
Maybe he was in attendance, maybe not. I don't know. But he wasn't a performer. Why are we talking about this?
That's because the little John dude, he really wasn't prepared. He didn't, he was like he was coming off questions off the fly, and then just was derailing, and like it was very, like you said, unorganized for
Yeah,
sure. It was,
yeah.
yeah.
And the part that really sucks about this is that there's a lot of creatives in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have been nothing for them to get somebody to assist. You know what I mean? And it's okay to ask for help when this is not your forte, when your forte is something else, but you want to put out this project, it's okay to ask for help. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's how you make the shit great when you collab. So the fact that y'all just thought that it would just be okay for y'all to just, put a cell phone on a tripod and hit record, and we was just going to buy it just because it was Fat Time. No, no, no. And people are being honest. People are being honest, and people are being in their feelings. And then on top of that, yeah, you got like a second cousin. The dude didn't know if he was first or second cousin. You would have thought that he would have figured that shit out prior to pressing record.
Okay.
Like,
Now,
and then you got this other cousin,
what we
and you
not
would have
gonna
thought
do
that there
is
was
we
other.
not
You would
gonna
have thought
shoot
that other
down
people in
boss.
his
Shout
family
out to
would have been a
boss.
part of it.
Shout
Like,
out to
where was
boss.
his kids? Where was his? You know what I'm saying? Where was his baby mamas? I would have loved to have heard a story from a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Where, like, did he have a girlfriend at the time that he passed? Like, was there anybody with him when he died? You know what I'm saying? Like, who was his engineer? Who was his producer? Like, how was he in the studio? How did we
Right.
get to the point where we're thinking that he killed Mac Dre? Especially
Yeah.
because Mac Dre was on his first fucking album. But we
It
don't
was
talk
more
about that.
so
You know what I'm saying? They don't
everything
talk
was
about that on
like,
here.
how do you know Fat Tone? Oh, how did you meet Fat Tone? Oh, how did you know Fat Tone? Like that was more so what it was. How did you
Yeah.
meet him? Like
Right. And I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell this story as you. And I ain't lying. This the honest truth.
All right, so I'll say this.
Who said you lying?
So I'll say this.
Now I think you're lying.
I
So
get
why you bring it
everything
up?
that you are. I get everything that both of y'all are saying. Um, and I do understand it at some point. Kansas City, as far as certain people that still believe that there are staples in Kansas City, I do believe that they need help. Um, to promote things and bring things out. To even do things like Court Dog is doing. I'll just be completely honest with this. Certain individuals in Kansas City are so afraid of their background getting brought up that they don't seek help, because when you seek help, they're gonna start asking and unearthing certain things that certain people in Kansas City don't want to say. And so I believe that's why it went the way it went. Like I'm not gonna pull no punches, and I'm not gonna downplay that this documentary should have been better. I would never say
I
that.
hear what you're saying, because I kind of got that vibe as well.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
they didn't want to incriminate themselves or something like that.
Exactly. It's just
Yeah,
like it's like
don't do
certain
it.
things, like
Don't
because
do
I'm
it.
gonna keep it 100. And you know, I always keep it a beam when I'm on this show, because I ain't got no reason to lie to nobody. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't. I've never been on the level that any of these people have been on. But I will say, certain people reach certain heights doing things that they shouldn't have did, and sometimes they hold back information. And
And I do get that,
yeah, and this is what
but it's not an
we're seeing.
excuse though.
It's not an excuse, but it is an excuse at the same time, because it's
Then
one of
don't
those
do
things.
it.
Um, well, you can say don't do it.
If you're that scared, don't give us trash. I don't want to have to watch nothing like this, because in a documentary, you're supposed to learn.
So
You're
this is the
supposed to
thing.
learn about the subject.
So this
And
is what I'm
this,
saying,
you didn't learn nothing. I
and
walked
this.
away not knowing anything.
So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. They only they only were telling you what everybody else already knew. And that's the problem with this documentary. That my problem with the documentary 100% is you're not telling people shit that we didn't know already. You got to tell us some shit that we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta you we gotta know about how Anthony was when he was a baby. We gotta know how Anthony was when he was a father. Like we gotta. These are the things that we
Mm-hmm.
want to know in a documentary
Right. And if you're
that
gonna
they
bring up
didn't
Doobie,
put
how
out.
did we
And
get
then
here?
yeah, that's my whole resolve about it. Is like, yeah, the shit that they talked about, everybody knew about. Everybody knew about the whole issue with him and the rap fool shit. That shit was going so rampant. I'm talking about, I seen because it was some white boys he was fucking with. I seen them niggas get they shit shot up because of the some shit that he was doing. So it's like, we get that already. We know what type of time he was on, but like, let's talk about what progressed to there, and then what happened where he lost ties. Like, because everybody in this, and I'll just keep it a total bean. Everybody in this documentary, even the people that produced this documentary, went to a situation where they wasn't fucking with Fat Tone no more. Start talking about that.
Yeah.
Start
It's a
talking
lot
about
of
that. And
shit.
that's
They
no downplay to
slightly
Fat
said
Tone.
something.
You know
They
what I'm saying?
slightly tried to talk about it.
You
Like,
said what
let's,
again?
They slightly tried to talk about it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, nah, like keep it a bean
Yeah.
and really be that kind, because as much as, again, I'm honestly say, nah, I like Fat Tone as a rapper. I never knew him as a man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about him as a man. Let's stop talking about, yeah, we knew he sold rabbit food and weed. That was the thing.
And that's
Let's
another
talk.
thing. They anticipated telling that story like this was this big epic thing, this big legendary thing. This so I'm anticipating hearing this story. Two people told that story and it was so lackluster. Okay, so you're selling rabbit food and
Because it was nothing
people
because it
want
was
your head
nothing to
for
be
it.
told about that story. To be quite honest, it was nothing to be told about that story. Fat Tone didn't start that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be completely honest with this shit. Because I've been out here for a long time. Fat Tone didn't start that.
They was doing that way before him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like if we okay, Crazy Bone got a song called Dummy Man, and he pretty much talks about how he used to sell dummy rocks. And he tells you the whole recipe and everything. Like, yes, Fat Tone is not the first one to sell fake drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they made it, they hyped that story up. So I'm anticipating hearing the story. Like I said, two people told the story, and the story was subpar. It was just like, okay.
I mean, it was
So
it because
he
it
sold
can only
this
be,
much of rabbit food. Okay.
but
Right.
it can only be
Next.
subpar, just because for us this is something that's been going on, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when you tell a story like that, that's just like how, you know what I'm saying, you tell a story about how your uncle used to cut up soap and sell it to serves. Like, these are these are things we already knew. Like, so you don't have to do that. What we want to do, we want to, for people that watch documentaries, I can't say that for everybody, but for people that really watch documentaries, we want to go into the whole unearth about an individual. We want to know, like, the certain characteristics that they like. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want people to be like, hey man, shit, man, he had a routine that every morning he would do this and he would do that and he would do that. Um, the like with I wish they would have like Big Boy LeVar, if he'd have kept on talking about his hand, and if they would have highlighted that man's hand, I would have had more respect for that
Yeah.
than
Now that's
anything else.
something. Yeah. Now that would have been an interesting story because all we found out was that something was wrong with his hand.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we
Right.
didn't know that. We just saw him with the glove and we just thought that was his stick. You know what I'm saying? So you're telling us he takes the glove off and
That was two different stories, basically, too. For real.
yeah. So if they would have like leaned into that and told us because he didn't always wear the glove. So what was the issue? When did he finally go to the doctor? Did he get it fixed? Like, tell us something. But you just telling us, well, black men don't go to the hospital, so he just put a glove on. So then one time he took the glove off and his hand stunk. Okay. So there's something medically wrong, or this nigga don't take showers or baths. Which one is it? Like, and then that's it. We just moving on to something else. All right. What the fuck? You telling us that the nigga hands stink. And that's not
That's
normal.
what we got. That's what we left to think.
That's
Shit.
what right. Like, what am I supposed to
And
do
then the
with
other
this?
nigga saying he wearing a glove because that was his burner hand. Like, shit, which one is it? Like,
Right. Don't nobody know. Don't nobody know why the nigga
Like,
was wearing a fucking glove. He just
yeah,
wearing a glove. He
I
Michael
just, I
Jackson.
just
He a
wish.
Michael Jackson fan. Shit. He a fan.
I
He a
just wish they
fan.
would
He a
have.
fan.
Yeah,
Like,
I really wish they would have really dove into who Fat Tone was instead of just trying to downplay it. Like, his character was Fat Tone, but he was really Anthony. Like, but they
so
never
who's
highlighted
Anthony?
Anthony. That's the
Right.
thing.
We
And
don't
so,
know.
and I'll be on my Charleston White right now. This is the problem, homie. The problem, homie, is nobody really indulge in who the man is. That man is a totally different character. That man, we never indulged in the man. We never talked about how he took care of his kids, how he loved his mama, how he took care of niggas that was locked up. Like, no, we never talked about, and I think it would have been a better documentary if people would have gave him more of a salute, because I give him a salute because I liked him as a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
No, even though I had that situation with him, I still liked him as a rapper. Like,
Yeah.
so
Right.
let's find out who Anthony is.
Yeah.
All we
And
know
that's
is
the
he was a
thing.
teddy bear.
You know what I'm saying? Let's find out who, because I promise you that would have been a way better documentary.
Yes, they would have humanized him because he's like larger than life in some people's eyes. You know what I mean? He's this character. He's this infamous character that on the side he had a rap career. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's more infamous than anything. So it would have been great to know what the world did not know about him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. My thing in a
It just
nutshell is,
it just
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What you?
I don't know, you straight. You straight. It just, I mean, it just all around, it just really sucked. you know. Yeah. I mean,
So
we could go on and on about it, but whatever.
Yeah, and I'll move on after this. But I will say, I think a lot of it is people still have resentment for what he did to people, because Fat Tone
This is
did
true.
he did do a lot of dirt. Like,
That
let's
is
just
true.
be quite honest.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, including the people that made this documentary, have a lot of resentment about what he did in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he did in the streets technically ain't street politics.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people have a lot of resentment for him. So they haven't got over that enough to put him in a highlight that us as a city need to hear. And I ain't saying you got to act like he's the greatest person in the world, but at least we need to we need to find out when Thanos became Thanos.
Because he's low key Thanos. That's
me?
how people do think of him. You know what I'm saying? And you're 100% correct. Do you know how better of a documentary it would have been if they would have gotten several people to like just be like, hey, I don't like that nigga, didn't like him back then, I don't give a fuck about him now, like, and told why? That would have, like, I could have respected them for that. You know what I'm saying?
It'd have made more
1,000.
sense.
Yeah, it would have made more sense. Oh, that totally makes sense. Now I understand why people feel the way that they feel about him. I would have learned something. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still people to this day. The post I made about it, there's somebody on the post right now. Fuck that nigga. And I was like, whoa, as I clutched my pearls. And he ran it down real quick in a nice little paragraph on why he said fuck that nigga. Like, you are 100% correct. There is still people that still is like, it's up for that nigga. Like, when I get to heaven or wherever and I see that motherfucker, it's up. Like,
and I really do think it's like that for all of them. Like, even Chuck loved Fat Tone, but Chuck still had his resolve about Fat Tone as well.
You could tell how he was.
You know what I'm saying? And like, so
I think somebody else said that too online because they were saying they need, because I guess he wasn't talking to him when he passed, or maybe they had just made up right before he passed or something like that. But they were at odds at one point, and somebody was like they should have talked about that.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
You steady interviewing
and I
everybody else.
from what Chuck said, he has more things he wants to say, and he has
See, that's
interviews
right.
coming out, and I hope he does another documentary.
That's right.
I really do. I really do think he needs to do a deep dive documentary, um, just about Anthony.
You
Like,
know how
He
Ti
had his
got Ti
opportunity
versus
right
Tip.
there.
You know how Ti got Ti versus Tip.
mm-hmm.
It would be good if they would do something like that. Fat Tone versus Anthony, or Anthony versus Fat Tone, whatever. That would be good. That like
Yeah,
that's another thing about the documentary. It didn't have no focus. They was just all over the place. If they focus on one thing in particular, maybe we will get something that we can get jiggy with. You know what I'm saying? But this shit right here, nigga, I just can't get jiggy with it. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
I
And then
get
this is the
it.
crazy part about all of this. So y'all got Fat Tone stories, right? I have a Fat Tone story as well. And mind you, I wasn't even into local rap. But um it was my first semester at Georgia State. So this was '04. This follow '04. And I probably wasn't even in Atlanta a month yet. This new show has started called the Larry Elder Show. Larry Elder is a black man. He's a black conservative. You see him now frequently on Fox News and other conservative networks alike. But he had came out with a talk show, and around this time was when Bill Cosby had made those controversial statements about black men pulling their pants up and all that kind of stuff, right? So he had an episode going over the controversial statements that Bill Cosby had made. He had two rappers on the show. This guy named Large Pad. He was supposed to be from Kansas City as well, and Fat Tone. And I watched the episode, and I was heated. So I found out some information about the show, and I sent them a nice little email. Well, the producer called me. The producer called me, and we had a nice little conversation about that email I sent. And so, yeah, he was just like, if we do this show again, would you be able to come on? And I was just like, well, I'm a college student, so it just had to be around my schedule. So,
Well, so
but
what
yeah.
was you hated
In fact,
about?
I
What
ended up coming
happened?
back on the show. So Large Pad didn't go back, but Larry Elder invited Fat Tone back on the show. So yeah, that's my little Fat Tone story. But yeah,
I
I
think
was heated. I'm like, you're not about to do the town like this, because he tried to front on Fat Tone, because like they were going, of course they were going against what Bill Cosby was saying or whatever, and but then Larry Elder tried to be cute and asked Fat Tone like how many kids he had, and then like well, how many women, and I think at the time he had like 4 kids with 4 baby mamas, and so like of course, yeah, of course he went down that road. So, but yeah, I was just like, you're not about to do the town. So yeah, I sent them a nice little email.
yeah,
Hmm.
and this is a left, but I would just keep it 100. I despise any person who doesn't have any kids or has a kid with one individual, um or multiple kids by one individual, but a shit play somebody else when they're actually taking care of people's kids. I I don't like that. I will totally like be on dismissive with whatever you're saying, because if this person is able to do that, you got to give kudos to that person. Don't be mad that you couldn't do the same thing, my nigga. Like, I get the whole I get the whole thing of, you know, you shouldn't have broken homes and things of that nature. But if these kids know their daddy and love their daddy, hey man, y'all gotta start shutting the fuck up. I'm just one of them people. I ain't gonna shoot you down. Unless you got like fucking 16 or 20 kids out here that you don't never even fucking talk to. Like I would never tell a man that has children by multiple women, that but are taking care of these children. I can't tell you how to move, my nigga. I can't tell you how to move. So I don't get that concept. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Like I said, that's my left. I just don't. I don't like that.
That's a huge left.
Huge.
Yeah, I really get it. And I take offense to that. Like, I have multiple baby mamas.
I know, right?
I only have one, but I still take offense to that. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
like
one.
So if somebody with one baby mama
and you're
said that
with
shit,
the lady.
Swore you had five.
Okay. They ready to cut through the screen.
Like, I just don't. I hate that shit. I just really do hate that shit because I just don't like it. It just sounds like some hating shit to me, and it not only do it sound like some hating shit to me, it sounds like a nigga mad that he couldn't do the same thing.
No, it's not hating. And nobody's jealous of that.
It sounds like, for me,
it's not.
And again, I'm not one of those niggas. This is the weird part. I'm not one of those niggas. It is not nobody that's gonna email or be like, oh, nah, I had a kid by him when I was 16. He don't take that. Ain't none of that shit. I just don't understand how, if I'm able to be around my children and hang out with my children and rock with my children, all of my children know me. Yeah, I got 4 kids by 4 baby mama. What the fuck does that mean to you, nigga? All of my kids know me. All of my kids are good. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about right now? Let's talk about the topic right now instead of talking about what I have. Because then I'm talking about what you have. I'm just one of them people. I'm petty. So I'll be like, let's talk about what you got.
You're right. Let's talk about the topic. And the topic is Fat Tone documentary.
Yeah, I told you it was my left. I just don't like it.
It's definitely your left.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that. When people do that, one baby mama strong, I still be like, niggas with multiple baby mamas, you got me fucked up. Stop talking about them.
Right.
Stop talking about them.
Well, how many you got then, Nick? I have 1. And I'm still with her.
And I'm still with her.
Right.
I still love her.
Right.
We rocking like a stock market, but at the same time, you can't talk about nobody else. Like, you can't talk about nobody else. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I just don't subscribe to that type of medication, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit. It's definitely low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. Like, why do you give a fuck about it?
It's low-hanging fruit and it's common, but in the same breath, it's not okay. But, players fuck up. It is what it is. They here.
I'm saying it is, because I know I had the same strong argument about the Nick thing, and I was just like, man, like, if he's able to take care of his kids and be around his kids, why do we give a fuck?
I don't know, because there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't be here, me included, Ashley included, if people, was like, you know what, I'm sticking with one. I'm not gonna go no further. So,
me included.
Yeah,
me included.
We all.
My father had a whole family.
Hey.
My father started out with my mama. So I will say that.
Yeah.
Started out with my mama. had my sisters, excuse me, had my sister, my mama left him because they were kids. My mama had my brother, came back, had my sister, went and had a whole family, came back, had me, continued to be with the family. And I
Yeah.
don't know, and I could be wrong, but I know what I'm saying. This is why, like, by the time I knew my mama Rose, rest in peace of my mama Rose, because I loved my stepmother. I really did.
Mhm.
But my stepmother had 4 children, or excuse me, 4 boys, um, that are no longer here. And so I always looked at it like maybe I wasn't supposed to be raised by this nigga, because this nigga, and no downplay, but I'll be completely honest. Maybe I wasn't supposed to be raised by him, because everybody that was raised by him did not make it.
Yeah.
And that's not me shitting on my brothers, because I love every last one of my brothers.
Yeah.
But
But
all of
you
my
calling
brothers
out
that
the
was raised
obvious.
by him didn't make it.
Yeah. No, you pointing out the obvious.
Yeah.
You know, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, but like I said, if folks was doing things the quote unquote right way, a lot of us wouldn't be here. But we are here. You know. So, if you have an hour and a half and you have absolutely nothing else to do, um, you can go watch it. But there are other things on the OG network you can watch as well.
The OG network is dope.
Yeah.
I would tell anybody to watch that. Like,
Mhm.
you got
Yeah.
Ice-T's favorite joints on there. I've been going through that shit. Ice-T got some classics.
Yeah. He do. He absolutely does. I downloaded it, of course, before Big Court and Lazy Bone. They got a podcast together called Somebody Had to Say It. So that's why I ended up getting the app. But like I said, there's other things on there to watch. But
And it's free.
it's free. It is free. It does have commercials, but not that many. Um, and I'm interested in seeing what else is gonna pop up on the app. But yeah, this documentary, unfortunately it wasn't it. So that is the documentary. So next up is Mr. Tenderism. So
I don't got glasses. I'm gonna
right.
throw it.
You just throw it, right? So there is this restaurant that initially started out as a coffee house, but now is a full-fledged restaurant that specializes in barbecue, called Destination Smokehouse. And how we know it as a country, because they're in California, how we know it as far as the country is concerned is because this older black man that works there. His nickname is Mr. Tenderism. And so you may have seen him on viral videos and whatnot, because he's done videos with quite a few people, basically talking about his barbecue, that because he's the pit master. And people would go there because he's very entertaining in the videos. And they were selling a lot of barbecue because of the strength of these viral videos, because he talks about how tender the meat is and how the meat is falling off the bone, like every time, never fails, the meat is falling off the bone. And he's very entertaining. Excuse me. So famed food critic Keith Lee. Are you in the bathroom?
I was about to say, cuz now, don't be taking a shit what we talking about we taking we doing a whole podcast right now, and Cuz is taking a shit. This is wild. This is the wildest. I know I take left. This is a total left. This ain't even a left. This is a down the drain. We're going down the drain. And let me time mark this. What is this? A minute and 50. Go a minute and 14:58 and watch Cuz just totally take a shit. Like, this is wild.
Oh my gosh. I don't think she knows.
Oh, you gotta send me this. You gotta send me this. Oh, I'm going to put this on all of my social media. Oh, you gotta send me this. This is gonna make us viral.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Celebrity Cousin. Like,
right. Oh my gosh.
You know, because I'm about to. As soon as she sends me that clip, I'm posting that shit everywhere.
Welcome to baddies. Everybody whooping everybody.
Everybody shits.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Right. That was crazy.
That
was crazy work. But let's bring it back.
She just replied laughing emoji. I said, turn the camera off. Abort.
Nigga. How dare you? How dare you? Because you had your camera off the whole time. How dare you turn the camera on as soon as you went to the bathroom?
Oh my god, that's Ashley.
I should not be able to. I should not know what your shower curtain looks like. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh my gosh! All right, okay.
All right, I'm blasting you. I'm putting you on all of my socials, though. I'm telling you now. I love you, cuz. I'm about to put you on all of the socials as soon as Lindsay sends this shoot to me.
Oh my gosh! Hilarious.
We're a minute and 17 in. I'm telling you, a minute 14:58. I'm telling her to send that to me. I'm posting that shit.
Oh my gosh. All right. Bring it back. Okay. So, Mr. Tenderism, whatever, however you want to say it. So,
Tenderism.
Yeah, it like I googled it and they got both tenderism and tenderism. So I'm like, whichever one, y'all know who I'm talking about. So, yeah, famed food critic Keith Lee. He was in the area. He
did not shit there.
You said what?
He did not take a shit there.
She said I wasn't expecting for it to come back on after she got off the phone. Oh my god. She said she was just peeing though.
I just said shitting. That doesn't make it easier. Like that doesn't like clear it. Like that doesn't clear it at all. I'm want all of this. I swear, I want all of this. Send me all of
Oh
this.
my gosh, I got you. I got you. This is too much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So DJ says, I was supposed to go, but nope, and they not too far from where I stay. Oh, okay. So he's talking about Mr. Tenderism.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Keith Lee visited Destination Smokehouse. He gave it a nice review, and he wanted to tip Mr. Tenderism $5,000, and then he was going to spend an extra 1,000 on other people's food. So when he went back in to give the tip, they denied the tip. They wouldn't allow him to talk to him or anything like that. So he was just like, it is what it is. So I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna go feed the community, which is what he did, right? Of course, Keith Lee always gets views, but when something not favorable happens in his videos, of course they're gonna go viral. So it went viral. What happened? And then that's when we find out that Mr. Tenderism is not the owner of Destination Smokehouse. It's actually a white man that's the owner. And so this white man came out, kind of speaking a little negatively against Keith Lee, and just basically, told us in so many words that he's the reason why Mr. Tenderism did not get that $5,000 tip, because he blocked it. He felt like Keith Lee should have tipped the whole staff instead of Mr. Tenderism specifically getting that 5,000. Me personally, you can't tell me what to do with my money. If I want to tip one person $5,000 and not give nobody else shit, that's not any of your concern. This is my money. But whatevs. So, since that occurred or whatever, I haven't seen Keith Lee reply to it. He probably will never. He probably moved on, like whatever. But the owner can't let it go. And now there's a lot of people on the internet that won't let it go either, because this is kind of reminiscent of other companies that will use a black face to sell their product or steal from a black person their idea and make millions off of our backs. So a lot of people are feeling that way, and they don't know, because we don't know what kind of agreement they have, but it's not looking like he's getting his fair shake, if you will. From what I understand, when it was initially a coffee house, Mr. Tenderism was the one that convinced them to turn it into a barbecue joint. And now he's the face. And some might even say the mascot. And yeah, he's not the owner. We were under the impression that he was the owner, but he's not. He's the pit master. And yeah, this man is making hand over fist. But, because of all this revelation, and now the man wants to, get in the camera, and now it's more of the owner and less of Mr. Tenderism, even though we was here for Mr. Tenderism. And now people are kind of like turned off by this whole situation altogether, because I mean, you can get barbecue from anywhere, and it's not like they're in Kansas City, so the barbecue ain't gonna be as good as the shit is here. So
No.
So
we can say that, like, we can save that up real fast,
yeah,
real quick. Like, nah, that whatever they doing out there and what we doing out here.
right. So I don't care. Like, I live in Kansas City. I can get good barbecue anywhere. I'm not about to travel to go
You can
get it,
get
but you know,
good barbecue from the nigga three fucking houses down from you,
you're right.
and
Like,
it'll be competition, real barbecue.
you're right. Right. Absolutely. So yeah, you know, we don't give it like we don't give a shit about the barbecue, but you know, a lot of people do. Um, but yeah. What are your thoughts about this whole situation?
So I at first I was conflicted, and the reason why I was conflicted is because of Mr. Tenderism. What up, cuz? You feeling free now?
I'm good, good,
Little lightweight? You little lightweight?
About 10
No,
pounds lighter.
my bad. Y'all wasn't supposed to see that.
so
Accident.
so
You know, players fuck up. You know.
Tom.
getting back to
Yeah, yeah.
it. I was conflicted because I was really on a level with that whole situation of maybe this black man, because a lot of people are talking about how old he is, but that's wisdom in that. And I don't think at first I was thinking that like he wasn't getting taken advantage of, but I've been watching certain things, and I even watched this rebuttal. And I start to realize this, and I want to say this with the utmost respect for him, because I don't want to disrespect him, but you can't take a house slave out of house slave mentality.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that bothers me the most is he's taken up for somebody that literally took food out his mouth. And when I say food out his mouth, he's taken up for somebody that took money away from him.
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm an owner, even giving me that $4,000, if I'm an owner, I can tip my own fucking people. I don't have to wait for you. But I have to go through these onslaughts, and then you telling me, and like, so this is because I was about to go left, but I'll say I'll keep it point. For you on MLK Day to tell me we supposed to take care of all of us, it is a slap in the face, because he's not taking care of all of us. He's not in the betterment of you. You are the reason why he's even doing what he's able to do. Now, I ain't saying he got to be an owner. I'm one of those people. I'm a dude that I love playing in the background. I learned a long time ago that the person in the background usually makes the most money. So I don't mind playing the background.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to try to play the background when you're the mascot is a whole different thing. That means you're samboing. And I'm not going to be on no, I'm not going to disrespect you or lie or try to be on anything to go viral on no extra, but I'm telling you, OG, you fucked up right there. You fucked up on MLK Day trying to tell us we supposed to love each other and we supposed to look out for each other when you know this man ain't looking out for you. I don't care if he does buy you a car every now and then or puts a little extra. You supposed to be getting at least 30% of that bag because you are the reason why that company is doing what it's doing. I ain't saying you're supposed to get the whole, you ain't supposed to live high off the hog. Let's just keep it real.
No pun
You're
intended.
not the owner of the company. You ain't supposed to live high off the hog.
Right,
But you're
right.
supposed to be getting a purse.
Yeah. Or
And
at
you're
least
not even getting that.
getting paid, at least getting paid for your service or getting paid for your likeness. You know what I'm saying? Like this should have been made right.
And like,
Because I'm not thinking that he's supposed to have um or be co-owner. I don't think that either. But to have a percentage that you can pass this down or make or create generational wealth when you're the reason why it's no longer a coffee house, you're the reason why there's lines wrapped around the building. Like, come on, like he should be made right.
I don't get it.
You know,
I really don't get it because they that first video when he was like, I don't understand why you trying to tip the owner. That nigga's not the owner.
he's not the owner.
So why are you doing that? And then, and I don't know if this is true or not, but then I found out this nigga trademarked Tenderism,
Yeah.
but he only he didn't put it on that black man's name.
Mm-hmm.
So the downfall of that is this is why you gotta love and hate the internet. The internet can kill you, and then the internet can have some redemption. If that business goes belly up, you did that shit because of your rebuttal to that shit. And so I will keep it real, and I ain't even gonna talk about the barbecue or anything because Keith Lee gave a great, a 100% great review about y'all. It was the fact that you felt a certain way, and now people are pulling up and seeing that it ain't the same. And so when you fall off, that fall off is because of you, and love that fall off because you deserve it because you did it to yourself.
Literally.
You wanted at first you was cool because you were supposed to be, because everybody in the background get way more money. You were supposed to be in the background being cool. You decided to assert yourself and you stabbed yourself in the fucking foot. So that's your fault, my nigga.
Yeah. 1000%. And you shouldn't have blocked that man from getting that tip, and you should have played the background because, like you said, you make way more money, and with us just assuming that he was the owner. But
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like it probably would have been somebody that would have exposed it eventually. But I mean,
yeah. But if he was right, by the time they exposed it, we'd have seen Mr. Tenderism doing the most in his old age because he's getting taken care of.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They could have franchised that shit out. They could have gave Mr. Tenderism his own store or his own restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And then like that would have made it right. He could have created generational wealth from that. You know what I'm saying? But you feeling some type of way about a $5,000 tip? Come on now. But DJ says, and now he putting other people in the videos testing the food and saying Unk, not the chef. Wow. Then he also said, it's just all bad. Even if Unk didn't want to open a restaurant and have an agreement with Buddy, it just looked bad, and I can't support that. That made me fire up my grill.
Listen.
And said he just should have just stayed in the background and let that man shine.
Exactly. That's the crazy. It's like I love everybody. And when I say I love everybody, I mean I love everybody. At the same time that I love everybody, some of these niggas is crazy. Some people want to be famous so bad that they will cut their own necks off to do it. And that's exactly what he did. He should have just stayed in the back. I watched how that shit unfolded. Like he started inserting himself in videos and start doing because he knew this shit was about to come out.
He got jealous. He got jealous so much so that there's a video of Mr. Tenderism recording him doing a video.
It's just
What?
weird.
What are we doing? What are we doing? We don't come here for you, sir. We came here for Mr. Tenderism. And Mr. Tenderism is licking your boots. And we showing the fuck I'm come here for that.
So my thing, and I will say this, my thing that hurt my feelings as a man. Now I ain't even gonna say as a black man or any of that shit. Mm-hmm. As a man, what hurt my feelings was the video when this man was trying to downplay and call this man an owner, and that man could not, and that man did not speak up for himself. I don't even give a fuck about the hugging shit. I'm just saying, like, if I'm an owner, then I gotta be an owner for real. You can't say that shit and expect me to shut the fuck up. Because if I'm not an owner, then I'm not gonna let you say that out loud. I'm gonna shoot that shit right down. Especially as an old man. When I'm old, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinking about me. I don't give a fuck now. So just imagine how I am as an old man. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I ain't owning shit. What are you talking about? Like, you owe me $4,000, my nigga. Like,
straight up. DJ says that 5K would have been a drop in the bucket compared to what they could have made. Yeah,
exactly.
And they gonna learn that black dollar go a long way. Absolutely. Ashley, do you have any thoughts about this, or do you even know about it?
Nope.
Figures.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you shit that out a long time ago.
Right along.
Yeah, that shit was gone. That was mid-flood.
DJ says that's facts, Lily. So yeah, that's the whole, tenderism situation. I'll be curious to see how this totally unfolds. I wouldn't be surprised if within a year we're done here, like, and there's something else in that space. But good luck to them.
The moment we see tenderism sauce, we as people, and I will say this, we are 1 minute and 37 seconds in. If tenderism sauce kicks in, then we should immediately go into an uproar because it's wrong, because it ain't going to the person who is Mr. Tenderism.
Yeah. Yep.
That shit should stay in the stores and should not get picked the fuck up.
Yeah. DJ said it's already empty. I'm not surprised.
It should be. It should be. They fucked up.
Yeah.
They fucked up.
Royally. It says they losing big. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. But yeah, that's the tenderism story. So yeah, before we get into the last subject, I do want to give a shout out to the movie Sinners and everybody involved, because the Oscar nominations came out this past week and they set a record by having the most Oscar nominations in a year. So they got 16 total.
16.
Yeah.
16 total nominations.
Yeah,
and they're gonna also set another record on having 16 total and not winning a goddamn thing.
I'm gonna knock on wood, but I think that's how it's going. I was just reminded this morning that the Color Purple, the original, not that bullshit that we got a couple years ago, the original, got 11 Oscar nominations and left with 0. So it wouldn't be the first time,
Exactly.
What I'm saying, I wouldn't be surprised.
They're not gonna give us our just due. You know why? Mm-hmm. Because we're always trying to look for that white
validation.
It ain't even validation at this point. Like at first, it used to be white validation. At this point, we just want white acknowledgement. Like we want people to just be like, "Oh yeah, we seen it, we liked it." Like nah, like you ain't even gonna get that no more. We're so fucked up as a country where we're at sides with each other. You got people who are mixed breeds, and I said it like I said it. Like y'all can say whatever, but I said it like I said it. You got mixed breeds that are feuding with each other and are saying who they gonna side with. You got a side of people that are going to say, I only deal with the white side. Or you got certain people that be like, I only deal with the black side. Or you got certain people that be like, I only deal with the Asian side. Us as a culture are fucked up in the USA, and until we realize that, we're always going to shun, and I mean all of us, are going to shun each other, and that is crazy. Because at the end of the day, we all of us, even whites, as much as we want to act like um we're trying to be above them, even the whites are descendants of immigrants. But but all of us act like we hate each other, and that's sad to me. That's sad to me. I had a conversation the other day. I just didn't understand how I can have a conversation at my job with a black man, a white woman, and a Mexican man, and we can all have this conversation. But at the same time, everybody goes home and has a different view because we've all been lied to. We all forget that we all immigrants, or we're descendants from immigrants, and that's the. I'm sorry. I take less, but I just hate that shit.
Yeah, I can tell. I can definitely tell that was on your heart to say.
Yeah, that irritates me. That irritates me to the fullest. Like we're all from immigrants, and I get it. I understand slavery and all that shit, and we supposed to hate white people. Um, of course, I understand how we got here is from that.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in 2026. The white people that you know wouldn't know those people. And I ain't saying that they don't have that same type of feeling. I'm saying that some of the white people that you interact with understand that shit. So, like, I ain't saying side with them. Never that. I ain't never saying side with them. I'm saying at one point, when do we start coming to a conclusion of why are we fighting with each other?
I don't know. I also don't know where that came from. It was on your heart.
It was on my heart.
It was on your heart.
It was from the Oscars.
Okay.
Like, because of how that shit's gonna be jaded. Shit gets jaded every time. It gets jaded because you got the Oscars are going to be completely on that rail of we never gonna give these niggas solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
We never gonna put these niggas where we at.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I ain't blaming Will, but Will was a part of that.
Will Smith?
Yeah. Will made people understand that safe niggas ain't safe.
You know, this is so a conversation for a different episode. But DJ says, man, Michael B. Jordan played 3 roles and killed them all.
Well, he played 2 roles. Like
that's what I'm like.
I keep hearing people say that he played 2 roles, like not 3.
I don't know who the third one was, but yeah, I could have swore it was 2 too. I don't know. Maybe he's
People
counting the
always say
third
3 roles because they say he
when
played.
he died.
Yeah, when he died, he came back as a
He,
vampire, and that's a different
that's
role.
the
No,
third.
that's the same nigga. He's just a vampire.
Right, because that means that everybody else that died played 2 roles. Then, if that's the case, but he also says, "I say us as a people need to just boycott the Oscars and all other events. We move the needle and need to acknowledge who we are. Nah, bruh, we've been in this land and been tricked. They definitely the immigrants, though." Speaking of, I'm just gonna say this, and we're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna move on. But Carnival Cruise Line is about to have a cruise ship that is cruising to Africa. And a lot of people are like, "You're not going to get me in the trick bag." No, you can't trick me.
You gonna move me back home? You gonna
Right?
move me back home?
They said the cruise going to be ice and they going to stop somewhere. And then, and then when we come back to the port, the boat going to be gone.
You gonna move me back home, and then by the time that motherfucker come back, it's gonna be 99 white people to get off that fucking. You gonna be like, what happened to the other 3,000 people?
Right. You can't trick me. Ashley says she's having internet issues now. Oh, it's just going around tonight.
Ashley has diarrhea. She can't get back on. She's gonna film it through the bathroom. You can't keep doing it.
Oh, jeez. I can't.
Bad enough that I drink and I smoke in here. Like, we just can't have her shitting through the whole episode. That's all. That's it. That's all that is. Love you, Ash.
Oh, God.
Stay up, cuz.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then DJ says they ain't doing that. They need us. I don't know. It can be remorse. But I feel
they need
like
us for what? Like,
I feel like it's a setup. And then some people brought up the whole pirate situation. They was like, "Are y'all gonna have enough people to combat them pirates?" I'm like, that's a great point as well.
Oh, they're gonna have a lot of people. You know why they're gonna have a lot of people to combat the pirates?
Why?
Because there's a lot of Sambos and Uncle Toms. Because what nobody talks about is, I ain't gonna say the majority, but you know what a lot of ICE is?
What?
Mexicans with citizenship. And they don't even talk about that. They only show you the overweight white dudes. They show you the skilled Mexican is actually putting Mexicans in the for real shit though.
Yeah.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
Because what they're offering. Because they're offering a salary of 150 with a signing bonus. Where are you gonna get that anywhere else? You got a lot of African American and Latino Americans signing up for ICE.
That's insane. Again, it's a topic for another show.
I was about to say, because I could pull up the stats and you'll be like, fuck nah. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's crazy.
It'll blow your fucking mind.
DJ says if everybody stopped working all at once for one day, this country/corporation will fall apart. You know, somebody else said that today on the Breakfast Club. They was like, we need to do that. Um, hey, I'm with it.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
And the whole
So,
thing, the whole thing in a nutshell that'll mess everybody up is
mhm,
it'll be a nigga saying that they siding with you, and all of y'all do that, and he'll bring his bitch ass to work.
right. But we have DJ on. Hi, DJ.
What up, Rico?
What up? Ain't got no sense.
Oh shit.
What's the
Big
deal?
Rico in the bed. What up, baby?
What up, though?
I can't. I
You all
cannot.
right? We
Same old business, bro.
got about inch and a half.
Yeah, an inch and a half.
Good.
Where? Nah, I'm bullshitting.
But I had to tap in on this one, man. Like I said, we the original people. They the it was legal when they came in, and it wasn't all this documentation and all this bullshit that they got us hooping and hollering and jump through for all the people. But if they don't want us to leave, bro, because if we leave and all workers just stop working all at once, this economy gonna shut down. The problem is the labor became the currency of the United States of America, and it ain't even a country; it's a corporation.
Yeah, that's 100%.
So
So let me ask you something, because you want that. So I ask you this: if we as a people decided to be like, hey, we're gonna stop doing all of this. And when I say me, we as a people, I mean every person of color. Decides to be like, hey man, we're not gonna do all of this. We're gonna stop doing this. We're gonna stop going to work. We're gonna stop opening up these stores for these people. Do you know it's gonna be a bunch of people of color that's gonna, and I'm not downplaying anybody, but I just believe that a lot of us are brainwashed.
oh yeah, for sure. It ain't gonna happen. That's the problem. They got it so tough, it ain't even gonna happen.
Yeah, because everybody believes that America is the land of the free. Even the people that are in free lands that are doing what they want to do, they still come over here because they believe that this is the land of the free.
Yeah.
And so that's the conundrum and the funny part that I always talk about with people when I have this conversation, because I'm like, yeah, if we all of us in general said we ain't gonna do nothing, we gonna stop doing this, we gonna stop doing that, we ain't showing up for work, we ain't doing that. They gonna ship a bunch of niggas that look like us that'll do the job. They believe that they gonna have
The white
some type of subsidies.
Yeah, they gonna cross the picket line.
Yeah.
crazy is all right. They doing this whole ICE thing. So what's going on with the South Africans that they flew over here? All the white ones, so they flew over here and put them up in Chicago and gave them housing and money and all that because they was in turmoil in South Africa. But
So
they white
you said it. You said it in a nutshell.
exactly.
And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna say, okay, these niggas don't want to work no more. These niggas is boycotting. These niggas ain't doing nothing. So we'll bring y'all over here and we gonna give y'all they houses, they land,
But
all
guess
that.
catch
All
20,
y'all gotta do is come through.
the catch 22 to that is they not gonna do the job as well as we do it or the
Of
mess.
course.
I'll give you a prime example. I'm at a site right now that's in Lake Elsinore in California. And I was reading a board that showed what California minimum wage is. Basically 7 something. I don't know. I don't know what minimum wage is. I know it's going up. But guess who's all on this site that's working? Mexicans.
Mexicans.
And do you think ICE is raiding that? Hell no, because it's a brick place. It's called Pacific Clay, and they make nothing but bricks that brick all these buildings around here. They do 90% of the bricks at UCLA campus and all the campuses in California, and they ship to the East Coast. They know what they doing. They gonna keep them there because why? Ain't nobody getting ready to work for no cheap wage like that. Shoot, I'm
Timestamp what he just said because I want to post that too.
what you say?
I was telling Lindsay timestamp what you just said because I want to post that because that's the thing. It's like
I got you.
that whole thing in the whole thing in a nutshell is that's why I be telling people like we always want to be that kind of like if we stop working, it'll shut the USA down. Like if we stop working, they're just gonna pull more people, and then they're gonna lie about pulling more people, and then they're gonna and as soon as the job gets done, they're gonna say these people that they pulled through shouldn't be here.
But guess what? It ain't gonna be as quick as you think it's gonna be, because if we shut down, they gotta finance all the. They gotta find the people one to get over here, and the damage will be done already.
You think they ain't gonna find them,
They gotta take the time to get them over here. About time they get them over here, the damage will be done.
my nigga?
I'm telling
You,
you.
I, my nigga, you tell me right now because I'm saying this because this is just me in my opinion. You telling me if they say right now, if they raid y'all shit right, if ICE run through y'all shit right now and take everybody out that motherfucker, boom, 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 they ain't got nobody there.
Oh,
You don't think they got enough supply to like start slowly but surely bringing other people back?
put it like this: they building robots to do certain jobs there because they ain't got enough people. The problem is the generation Gen Z. They don't even want to work. Remember, I pulled my son in to do what I do. He only did one job. It's a lot of the younger generation. They don't even believe in hard work like that. So ain't nobody getting ready to be no maid service. They barely holding on to teachers. Half the teachers didn't even come back after Christmas break because they can't deal with half the shit that's going on. And don't nobody want to do them low budget jobs.
So, and I get what you're saying, 100%. But I'm saying this because I've had this before. I had a conversation with a coworker before about that same thing where they like, oh, well, they'll just bring AI in. Um, you know how long that's gonna take? Like
And
like that's gonna be at least a 10-15 year journey. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna get people that are drinking the Kool-Aid and think that America is actually what they try to say it is, the land of the free, and they're gonna kick people out and then push people in. That's the thing that I be wanting people to pay attention to, because like that's what they've been doing for years in different countries. They'll boot somebody out of a country and then push they same people into that country because they have citizenship.
mhm.
And like that's what they'll do. And like this is a whole like thing where nothing ever changes under the sun. Like, you know, like how our moms used to say, like, nothing changes under the moon. I know what you about to do. Like, they know what's about to happen. They know people gonna go into this uproar and they gonna do this and they gonna do that. They don't care about that. The whole thing they care about is the infrastructure. And how they get the infrastructure to keep on running is they get people that don't know too much and they're gonna bring them over here to continue to do some shit. And then the funny part about that I laugh about the most is they get individuals that it'll be a bunch of people that are going to revolt, and it's always one or two niggas that are fully engulfed in the Kool-Aid and will teach everybody else how to do the job.
Yep.
So it'll never
That's a
change.
fact.
Like the thing about the US that I like I ain't even gonna lie, because I'm one of them people. A lot of people be like, man, you can't be this certain way, or you can't think about this, or you can't think this way. No, I totally think like a communist, and I'm not a communist, but I totally think about a communist. And the way I think I like that is like, yeah, you're gonna have people revolting, and you're gonna have people that's gonna do that. And then what you do is you turn that shit back on them, because everybody that wants to go back, you're gonna have 10 people that want to come in. And you're gonna continue to do that until AI starts working. And then when AI starts working, then you start moving them motherfuckers out. AI ain't as big as people thinking it. Like, it's happening. Let's keep it a bean. It's happening right now, and it's really taking over. But it ain't took over like people think it's really taking over. You still need human body. And
Yeah,
why we have human
that's a
body,
fact.
it is
Because even where
always
I'm,
gonna be somebody to be like, fuck this shit wrong. And then it's gonna be somebody in Venezuela, because we see how that shit's going now. It's gonna be somebody in Venezuela to be like, I can do that job, and I'll go over there. And what they paying them? They paying them $23. I'll do it for 15,
oh,
and they'll get that
they
shit.
ice that on with ICE. Because think about it, ICE, they ain't taking the criminals and all what they talking about. They taking the people that's doing these jobs that you talking about. You know what I'm saying? They ain't taking the high up Mexicans and all that being here. They taking the low budgets. So you talking about Venezuela? Why would they bring in the people that they trying to get rid of?
They already brought them in. That's the thing. So we watching something that is a rerun, basically. But to the government, it's a rerun. They already know what it is. They don't give a fuck about that. They about to do the same thing
Yeah,
over
you
again.
seen this
So
movie
what they
before?
about to do is, and I want to make myself very clear. I don't know. This is just my opinion. They're gonna make that. They're going to push everybody out, and then what they're gonna do is say, "Hey, give me $1,500. Give me six." At the same thing that niggas on the borderline used to do, because the one thing about government, the government pays attention to the hustle. If the hustle was working, then the government is going to pay attention to how that hustle was working. You know how the hustle was working for everybody who was immigrants was the pay. If I pay you this amount of money, you're supposed to get me across the border. Now, the government's going to say, we're going to cut the middleman out. If you pay me this amount of money, I'll push you over here, give you citizenship, and you can work. While we pushing everybody else the fuck out. And you don't think them niggas gonna take that opportunity? Them, watch how that shit work. This shit is gonna be full circle. And you gonna be like, God damn, this nigga. Like, yeah, I'm a nigga that get high and drink all the time, but I ain't lying. You gonna be like, damn, these niggas, because motherfuckers gonna be they gonna be just like black people do when they be like, I'm an independent citizen. Watch how many people you gonna see be like, no, I paid to be here.
Dude, this people already done paid to be here.
It's really about to be prominent now.
We gonna see. But like I said, we the original people. We ain't immigrants. The white people is immigrants.
We all know the white people are immigrants. We all know the whole journey of how white men were created. If y'all don't know, it'll be another podcast. I will go through that whole thing with y'all, because it's documented and you can Google it. But what I will say is, these are the people that are in power right now. And when I say white people, I really do mean white people. I ain't talking about Jewish or or Jews or Jewish. I mean, like the whole thing in a nutshell. But we'll do that in another podcast. But what I'm saying is, this is going to be a full circle of how that shit goes on. Um, Sorry, Lindsay, that I be going off a plane like that.
Nah,
But
you straight.
Rico Strong came
I-
on, and I was like, I ain't about to let you just put your big dick down, and I ain't gonna say nothing. Like shit, you ain't the big dick in the room, nigga.
Yeah.
It's me. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to
I
disappoint
look like
you.
me. Ain't no Rico Strong.
I'm gonna fuck with you every time. You got dreads now,
Yeah.
so you
Good
trying to.
topic. They locks. I explained this to you. They are locks.
You keep
See,
saying that.
you
I'm from the town, man.
brainwashed
We
my
got
brother.
dreads, man.
They was called dreads because the white man said it was dreadful.
I get what you're saying.
The
100%.
white man.
I
They
get
are
what you're saying.
locks,
You saying the
not
same
dread.
argument with old people talk about nigga and the hard R. We doing that. We ain't doing that. I got dreads, my nigga. I got locks, but these are dreads, my nigga.
Dreadlocks.
These are dreadlocks. And if I have to be a bad boy, I'd be a bad boy. It just is what it is. Like, I ain't about to be on that.
I feel you. Go Michael B. Jordan.
Go Michael B. Jordan. Hopefully he wins something, because he ain't gonna win an
All I know is if Delroy Lindo doesn't win anything, I am cussing somebody out. Because that man deserves everything. He deserves all his things. So, Ashley, do you have any comments about the Oscars?
Nope.
Because we were actually talking about the Oscars and we went to the left.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So the last subject is an update on, or not necessarily an update, but a part two to the Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb debacle. Last week we talked about how they got into it on the 5150 podcast, but now we're talking about the aftermath and new developments. So the aftermath is that they've been, pretty much capitalizing off of the situation. They have been making their own respective videos, and it's quite a few of them. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I watched them all, because I didn't. But they are out there. They have gone down. They've gone downhill. So much so that Corey has talked about Anton's daughter.
man.
And in so many words, insinuated that she is unattractive. His daughter is a minor; she's 17. So, yeah,
In California,
normally,
that's legal.
huh?
That's why he ain't gotten in trouble. Because in California, that's legal.
Yeah, in some states, Missouri being one of them, 17 is the legal age. But I don't know what it is in Michigan, which is where they live. But yeah. So, Anton has came out, has made videos about that going to hell moment that Corey had. But also, there is another video that has surfaced that has superseded the whole Anton versus Corey situation. And that is a surveillance footage of Corey stepping to a lady and socking her in the face. The lady did not, buck up to him. She didn't walk to him. He actually walked to her. And they was surrounded by a group of men that went on ahead and had a whole brawl with Corey after he socked that lady in the face. The lady just did an interview with Tasha K that got posted earlier this evening. Me and Ashley watched part of it. Um, but yeah, this lady, she's in the industry as well. She had a radio show for a while. Um, I followed her on Instagram. Been following her for a while. Her name is Christina Payne. She had the Christina Payne show, and she, recounted the events that actually had happened after the altercation. She's talked about how several people have come out in his defense because apparently this happened a minute ago, but the video has just started. And yeah, so people were like, coming to his defense saying that the shit didn't happen and all that kind of stuff. And then now we got a video where it's showing that it clearly did. So, not to mention that there has been conversation about how Corey puts his hands on women. Um, Personally, I'm not surprised. If you listen to the stuff that comes out of his mouth, of course he beats women. Of course.
That was strong.
But it's the truth, It's the truth. Like if you listen to the shit that comes out of that man's mouth, this is a natural progression. Like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So,
I won't say that, but
well, what would you say? What are your thoughts?
I no. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm done.
So let me just go back to Antoine.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. Like I text you because I told you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, we gotta look at this. The way he totally talked about his wife and his child, it's one of those things where we have to go into. You don't never know how far somebody will go. Like you can't say certain things, and I get it. Like, and so I'm never gonna be an advocate of Antoine Daniels or Corey Holcomb because I don't know them people per se. I don't know them two as men.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know how that situation went. And how that situation went, it got real crucial and both of them went to each other neck to neck. As much as everybody wants to act like they didn't, they did. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people are gonna say Anton was wrong for saying that he sucks the dick of black people. You can't say that because you were in a situation where you say, "Oh, he was disrespectful for saying he sucked dick." At the same time, it's disrespectful for you to tell me that I kiss ass. Like, so however way that situation goes, how it goes. So for you to say I kiss ass and then for this man to say I suck dick and then all of a sudden it goes left and it looks like we're going to go into blows. And then after that, this man goes into brutalizing your family. You don't know how low an individual can actually get. Like Corey went low, low. And I would just take the immortal words of Lindsay. Lindsay loves to say, I don't care how low you go. I'll go to the deepest darks of hell to embarrass you.
Damn, I say that.
You've said that plenty of times on this podcast. Like, you've said, like, yeah, you go low. I go to hell. I go to Dante's Inferno of hell.
And that don't even be a fraction of what I think. That's what's so crazy. I think way worse.
So you don't know where anybody's gonna go with that.
Yeah, but what I also say is that you cannot dictate somebody's reaction to your actions.
I was just about to say that. Like,
Yeah.
And the whole thing is you can't expect anybody to react on the same level that you're gonna react to because y'all are not the same person.
Right. Right. And people say kids are off limits, but everybody don't feel that way, obviously. People say you're not supposed to hit a woman. Everybody don't feel that way, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, for me, kids are completely off limit. I'm never gonna say anything about your kids unless you say something about mine.
And well, so, I ain't got no kids, and I'll talk about your kids if my life has been threatened.
If my life is threatened, I ain't gonna say nothing about yours. And I say this with the utmost respect to anybody. I would never say anything about your kids if my life is threatened. But in that moment that my life is threatened, I don't care about your kids. So my next reaction, it's really on some whatever I do after that is fuck your kids.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what
I mean that with the utmost respect.
What I have said, in reference to somebody's kids, because I don't go far, you know, but my life is important to me. So your kids are important to you. So fuck you and them ugly ass kids.
And I respect that because I won't be on no extra. Like I'm never gonna. For me as a person, I'm never gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take a dig at your baby mama or I'm gonna take a dig at your kids. But when you start saying things to me that like tries to issue me bodily harm or anything like that, or things of that nature, like I'm not going to overtly be like, man, I'll fuck your kids up or I'll do bop. But if I do that, I don't give a fuck about your kids being there. Like to be quite honest.
Ashley, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel exactly what Lily's saying because, like, the kids, that'll be the last thing on my mind. Like, if it's fuck you, it's fuck you. And if it come down to that point, like it's fuck whoever is around, you and whoever is around. But if we arguing type shit, I'm not thinking about I'll fuck your kids and all that shit. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's more so towards you. So that's
because like let's keep it real. This is the internet. And the internet, people will talk really, really big on the internet. And it's one of those because we're on the internet and we can talk as big as we want to talk. I'm just one of those people that will just keep it a total beam with everybody that is watching us on the internet. I'm never going to disrespect your kids. I'm never going to put your kids on blast or anything like that because that's not my nature. I mean, I'm one of those. If anybody knows me, I'm a total sweetheart, like 100%. But if you put me into that level where I just don't care about you, once I pop off, I don't care who's there. And so if you be like, I got my kids here, yeah, I might slip up and be like, I don't give a fuck, nigga, fuck them kids. I might say that right then and there because I'm really trying to get at you. I'm not going to make it an issue on the internet where I try to disrespect your children or the woman that you with, like, and I'm not downplaying Antoine Daniels or Corey Holcomb in any level because I don't know them as men. Um, but I will say I wouldn't have carried it that way unless it was a fair fade that we was actually about to go through. Because I'm not a tough guy. I'm not all of that extra internet shit that niggas talk about. I ain't never gonna be on that shit. I'm not that guy. But you're not gonna be in my face talking cash money to me, and and you expect me to be on some soft ass shit. Even if I get my ass whooped, I'm not about to be on that. But if I whoop your ass and your kid is there, I don't give a fuck about your kid, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck about your kid because you didn't give a fuck about mine. So, like, nah, fuck you in that ugly ass baby. But that's there. That's not on that. That's not on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that that I just don't understand at that moment, because I'm like, I was just cut from a cloth where I was raised where, like, certain things don't need to be said until it needs to be said, and that didn't need to be said. Like, I get you upset about the situation. The thing about, because I wasn't on anybody's side. If we talk about the last episode we had, I wasn't on anybody's side. I was totally neutral about it. But on this situation, I will say this: I'm still not on Antoine's side because I know this nigga and what he does. And I'm not on Corey's side. But what I will say, the fault in the Corey was you brought that man's wife and kids into it. And so when you do that, it is no holds bar on what comes next.
Right.
And for Antoine, it's going to be a lot of legal shit.
Yeah, he's already been alluding to that.
Yeah, because it's no holds. Once you do that, I'm going to, whatever's in my power to do, I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is what it is. Me on the other hand, I'm a whole different person. And I remember I texted you and I told you, I said, nah, we gonna have to meet up. Like, we gonna have to see each other for real. Like, whatever we had, that's cool. And that could have been what it was. But once you start posting my wife and you start posting my child, and then the post that you posted on my wife, you didn't even. This is why I hate. This is why I hate the internet, but I love the internet. I hate the internet because Corey only played a segment of what this lady said,
Yeah.
not the whole thing of what this lady said. So we don't never know how she feels about this man. He just posted one thing about it, and it put me in a bad light. And then you posted my daughter, and you told the interwebs that my daughter is gonna be paying for pussy. Now you know
Ain't that
how
some crazy
fucked up
shit?
you would have had me.
Yeah. Ain't that some crazy shit?
I'm talking about fucked up. Like, and then finding out that you would pop off on a girl, but I was standing in your face and we were yelling back and forth, but you didn't pop off though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just keep this a beam. Like let's just keep it as a beam with the whole interwebs. Like,
Yep.
he kept talking about how the situation was, but you will pop off at a woman, but you didn't pop off at a man with glasses on. I ain't saying Antoine Daniels won. All I'm saying is I ain't taking my glasses off either. You know why? Because I don't think you really about that shit. I
You
don't
know,
think
you
you really
raise an interesting point there, because I don't know either one of them. I've never seen either one of them until I was doing Lindsay hair and she showed me the video. And when she showed me the video, I either had an opinion on one or the other. And it looked like to me, the Corey dude, like, okay, I get it's your show and everything, but I don't know. It just felt like he was mad aggressive. And but when you got called out to go in the back, you didn't want to do nothing. You didn't want to do a damn thing. You got called out a couple times, a few times. But
That,
then, yeah, you keep. And here it is. I'm hearing another story today. You didn't sock the woman in her mouth.
you know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I'm not one of those people that be downplaying anybody, but I will say, and Lindsay is a attest to this, you ain't never gonna tell me to step outside.
Mm-mm.
No.
Talking about some. I mean, we gonna have to go out there in a minute anyway. What? What? Gonna go back out there right now? You done
You
got
tell me
up
to
and
step outside,
everything.
I'm gonna meet you outside. I'm gonna just get
You
up and go
already called
outside.
out, my dude.
Yeah.
Lindsay, what I do?
You walked outside.
I walked outside and keep it 100. That's my people. And that situation, that was my people, but I'm gonna go outside. Because what the fuck are we talking about? Because I'm not what you think I am. I'm not a bitch ass nigga.
And that's what
So
you
what you
look like
talking
at
about?
that point.
So we ain't gotta do this here. Because we ain't gotta do it for views. We can actually do it as men and get it over with and then come back and have a conversation. I'm really about that life. Like I grew up in an era where, and I'll keep it 100. I grew up in an era where I've watched niggas beat the dog shit out of each other, come back in the house and share beer with each other. Because that's what men do. But we ain't got to do this in front of everybody. I grew up in that time. Like all that shit that people see now, that shit wasn't really like what that shit wasn't really what it was to be a man. Like I watched niggas when I was a teenager go into a bathroom, fight each other, and then and that shit be over with. And then when a nigga talk about the nigga, they'll tell him, "You won't see him though. I heard that nigga beat your ass. I bet he won't. I bet you won't though." And they'll just end it like that, and nobody said shit because that's what it was to be a man. Like you gonna take your lumps, you gonna take your losses, and you gonna move on. Like that shit. And it's not downplaying Corey Holcomb. And I'm never going to downplay Corey Holcomb on any level. But what I will say is that shit wasn't becoming of a man. Because I'm not going to talk about your family. I'm not going to, unless you do mine. Like, unless you do some shit that makes me have to go there, I'm not going to go there. Like he didn't have to do that. And so whatever repercussions happen, it's because you went there. You talked about that man's daughter, that little girl. Because I'm in my 40s, so anybody under me is little. You can't talk about that little girl like that. You can't say that little girl gonna do this or call her ugly or do anything of that nature.
Yeah.
You ain't even supposed to talk about
Out
people
of line.
like that.
It was completely out of line.
Because if you'd have did mine like that, nah, I know where you stay. Like, and Corey said it. You know where I'm at.
But that's his brand of comedy, though. That's his brand of comedy.
And that's your brand of comedy.
Controversial shit.
It ain't funny no more to me.
It ain't funny. Everybody don't find that shit funny. Everybody don't find that shit entertaining. Everybody's not gonna put up with your shit.
You're not gonna run up on, and you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna talk about my family and then expect me not to pull the fuck back up. Like, but I'm not everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, and again, I'm not tough either. That's just me as a man. Like you disrespecting my manhood at that. When you like, oh well, he better make a boy to make excuses. Like I don't, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, at the end of the day, you need to explain to me why my daughter now has to take ridicule. Because at first it was cool. It was just me and you. Now you involve my kids. Like, and I hate to downplay his wife like that, but like at one point, like, I ain't even giving a fuck about my wife because you good. You cool. You a millionaire. Sit your ass over there and not say nothing. But you said something about my daughter. So I'm going to react totally different.
All right.
Like, because my kids ain't got shit to do with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
My wife ain't got shit to do with nothing. But we good enough to be grown and not even be on that bullshit. But my daughter, oh, you got her fucked up because she got to be around people. And I'd be damned if she come home and be like, they was laughing at me because of what Corey Holcomb said.
Right.
Okay, then okay. That's a whole idea that you don't even want to be a part of. I'm just glad Antoine Daniels is doing it the legal way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just be like, okay, I'm gonna get my people involved. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this and set this, because for me, I'm gonna get my peoples involved and we gonna do this and do that, and it's gonna be different.
Right.
It's gonna be very different, and it's not. Again, I'm not a tough guy, and I'm not downplaying Corey because, again, like you said, it's comedy. Everything want to be funny. Everything ain't funny, man. Everything ain't funny to me.
No, not
I
at
think
all.
I crack jokes. I think I'm funny, but everything ain't funny.
Everything
Use
is
that
not
as
funny.
an excuse all the time either.
Right. You can't be like, oh, I'm just playing when you get hit in the mouth. No. Everybody ain't
Exactly.
playing with you.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like everybody's so tough. And this is one thing that I've realized at growing up. Everybody's so tough until a real tough nigga show up. Like, because real tough niggas don't say nothing at all. Real tough niggas come in and be like, hey man, if you ain't got nothing to do with this, y'all need to clear the fuck out.
Yep.
And niggas be looking weird, like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And this nigga start dropping bodies.
Yeah.
Because I've seen this shit. I've seen niggas step in this motherfucker and be like, hey, boy, y'all cool with that shit? Oh, man, that shit was bow. Just like that. And
look, everybody up the dressing room, please.
Yeah. Like, I've seen situations where niggas don't think it's everything is. I remember when I was a kid and we made a song called "Shit Ain't Sweet," and I ain't gonna say that we was tough guys or any of that shit, but like we made that song and then like a couple of months later, it was a situation where niggas was in, and one of my people that rap with me was in. And nah, that shit stuck to the grain. Like, shit ain't sweet. Niggas was talking about people, and he ran up on that shit like, what the fuck you niggas talking about? And niggas was like, oh, this is just music. And nah, it wasn't music, nigga.
No.
This ain't music, nigga. I'll knock your fucking teeth out. Like, so I didn't, I laughed my ass off. Like, don't get me wrong. I laughed my motherfucking ass off. I ain't got no involvement in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, that shit'll get you killed where I'm from. That shit'll get you killed.
Yeah.
Talking about a man's daughter, you got to understand that a daddy is your daughter, as their daughter's first love. So the first thing they're going to do is protect that. Off the flip. So if Anton Daniels ain't that type of person, then we shouldn't even be having this conversation. But I can guarantee you for me, because I love my daughter. My daughter's watching me in heaven. But I can guarantee you, bet nobody posts not a picture of my daughter and say some wild ass shit and expect me not to react like I'm supposed to.
Right.
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 I'll
Yeah.
flip, nigga. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't flipping tables. I'm flipping bodies.
Yeah.
And for real, y'all about to see her in person.
Right. And ain't a jury on earth that will convict you. So yeah, that is Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, part two. And so yeah, you know, as always, we do appreciate DJ for dropping by and Ashley for being our guest this evening. You
AKA
know,
Rico.
especially with the comic relief. Do you have any final thoughts, Ash?
Huh? No, everybody just stay well, stay well.
Yeah. I don't have any final thoughts either. So Jerry's final thoughts. Take it away.
Jerry's final thoughts, man. And I'm gonna make this real quick because I know people got things to do and we're going through a snowmageddon. Um, hey y'all, take care of the people that take care of y'all. And when I say that, I mean really take care of the people that take care of y'all. Pay attention to the people that look out. Pay attention to the people that check on you. Pay attention to the people that just call you out the clear blue to see how you doing. Those people mean the most. A lot of times we go through this fad of we want to be in the now and in the know, and we start paying attention to them, and we start rocking with certain people, and we get engulfed in um, the in crowd. And sometimes the in crowd ain't for you, and you will see that and how you getting taken care of. But take care of the people that check on you. You know, I always look out for the person to just be like, "Hey, man, I just called to see how you doing, fam." Those people mean the most than the people you trying to run after. So do that for me. I ain't gonna say for everybody else because, everybody ain't me and everybody ain't these people on this panel right now. But take care of the people that take care and look out for you. I remember one time, just even saying this out loud because we hear. I sent Ashley $1 on Cash App, and then I typed in, "Hey man, call Lindsay because she ain't picking up the phone for me." And she was like, "Bet, let me call Lindsay," and she called her. Like, "Hey, Lily sent the cash." I don't know if she said Lily sent the Cash App, but I sent her $1 just to check, just to see what's going on because you wasn't answering the phone.
Mm.
Take care of the people to take care of you. Because it'll go a long way, man. I promise you. All of us ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? And the people that really look out for you, even when you don't think they do. Stop looking for the popularity vote and pay attention to the people that love you. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Right on.
Thank you, as always, for Jerry's final thought. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Told
Swear it.
you that.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. You wouldn't
Yeah,
answer if I was calling you and I was texting you. And then I said
that was a couple
shit.
years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a minute ago, and I was like, because I didn't have Ashley's number, so but I had her Cash App, and so I was like, boom, $1. Hey man, call Lindsay. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on with her.
I think I knew you reached out to her, but I didn't know it was through Cash App.
It was through Cash App. Swear to God. Swear to God. I don't know what she did with that $1.
It went a long way.
But I didn't care. I didn't care. It was the only way I could reach out. Because we were do a pop up, so I had her cash app. I didn't have her number, but I had her cash app. So I was like, damn, how can I get to Lindsay real quick? And I was like, boom, Cuzzo, let me hit up Cuzzo real quick. And so I was like, boom, give her $1. Bop, bop, bop. Hey, man, call Lindsay, man. Yeah, she ain't answering the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I be doing the same thing with Jasmine. I be hitting her up like, hey. Like, it ain't even read. Like, my texts ain't even read. Is everything okay?
See, that's the thing. That's how you know people love you, because they'll go. We'll go the extra mile. We want to go the extra mile to like see what's going on. Because if it's a problem, let us know it's a problem.
Yeah,
like,
I probably
if I can help, I can help you.
Yeah, I probably would sleep.
Yeah, it was one. That's exactly what it was. It was one of those things where at the time you was going through whatever you was going through with your illness, and so you was kind of hurt. Like you wouldn't picking up the phone. And shit. So you was like, give me a minute. I was like, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you was good.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't reach out. I ain't been able to reach out to her.
Yeah, you know, have good and bad days. But I'm here. I'm still here.
Here. I'm still here. That is next. We might as well download that and put that on our intro, because we do that at least every 4 to 5 episodes. We say that.
I know her. We're gonna have to start paying her.
we gonna have to get shout out to Tisha.
Right. Why did I see a video where they played that shit in the club? And they was getting it too.
Because it's a bop. You gonna dance to it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, damn, this is, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Shout out to Tisha Campbell.
I'm still here. Yeah. All right. We have been on here long
We're gonna have to put that on there. Like now we have to make that intro.
I know, right?
Because when people be like, y'all still doing a podcast?
Right.
I'm still here. Like, for sure.
Right. You still out in Blue Springs? I'm still here.
For sure.
So yeah. So this was episode 188 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 189. Bye.
Exactly.
Bye.